So here in this one, what we are going to do, we are going to take, right, denominator as the base here, base, therefore the base is the net sales compared to the other items, right? We are going to calculate the other items based on the net sales. So first, we are going to fix the net sales or the denominator. Then we are going to change each items and calculate the changes over the period. So the next one for 2020. So 2020 also, we are going to take the net sales as the base, and this should be divided with the net sales first. So the percentage is 100. Then what we are going to do, based on the net sales, we are going to change the other figures. So here, we are going to divide the cost of sales of 2020 with the net sales. At the same time, we are going to take 2070 gross profit and we are going to divide it with the net sales. So you can see the denominator is fixed. To save the time, I'm going to drag it down. So you can see how we are calculate the common size analysis. So if we have the common size statement of financial position, we have to take the total asset, then we are going to divide each and every item based on that. So now let's see, that is not in the question, how we are going to prepare the horizontal analysis. So in the horizontal analysis, what we are going to do, we are going to compare the two different periods. So here, first we are going to take 2020 figure. Then from that, we are going to deduct 2090 figure, which means we are going to identify the difference between the net sales over 2 time periods. Then we are going to divide these changes, right? We are going to divide these changes based on the previous year's figure. So based on that, we can calculate the changes. Now, what are the ideas you can see by going through this? So you can see net sales is fixed for 2 time periods because we have calculated the common size analysis of the income statement based on the common figure of sales. But here in 2019, the cost of sales figure is lesser than 2020, which indicate that cost of sales has been increased in 2020. So the cost of sales included the purchase cost, right? And the manufacturing cost. So the purchase cost can be, right, for the purchase in raw materials or purchase finished goods. So if the purchase price are increasing, this cost may be increased. And at the same time, if you are going for the manufacturing, if the direct labor cost increase, if the direct material cost increase, if the manufacturing overheads increase, this can be increased. Because of the increase in cost of sales, the gross profit margin of 2020 is lesser than compared to 2019. Now let's go for sales and administrative expenses. So here they have differentiated the sales and administrative expenses and depreciation. So here you can see the sales and administration expenses has been decreased in 2020 compared to 2019. So this 2019, sometimes they may have acquired new employees. Therefore, employee salary may be included in the administrative expenses. Therefore, this may be higher. And they may have spent more money, right, to expand their market, to expand the sales. So the sales commission may be higher in this period compared to 2020. That's why the selling expenses increased. Now let's take the depreciation. So the depreciation expenses in 2019 is lesser than 2020. 2020 it is 10%. 2019 it is 8%. So this is greater. This may be due to acquisition of new assets. So you know that in the recent periods, the depreciation cost may be higher. That's why this depreciation figure is higher in 2020 compared to 2019. Due to this increase in depreciation, right, and lesser of sales and administrative expenses, the operating profit figure is less in 2020. So you can see due to increasing cost of sales by 8%, right? Even though there is a decrease of 2% here compared to this one, there is a again 2% increase in here. So because of this increasing cost of sales, the operating profit figure also decreased to 11.5%. Then we are going to compare the interest. So the interest percentage is higher in 2020. This may be due to they have purchased assets by a loan. Therefore, the interest expenses has been increased, right? Since the gross profit is lesser, since the operating profit is lesser, earning before tax figure is lesser in 2020. Therefore, tax percentage is also lesser than 2019. Ultimately, compared to the common size analysis in 2020, that is 7.2%, and 2019 it is 14.40%. Please read out this explanation. I hope you have gone through these explanations, right? So now I'm going to prepare the common size analysis because most of you all have requested me to prepare these statements. So let's see another Excel formula for this one. So this is an Excel formula we are going to use in the second year for computer application for accounting. In the computer application for accounting in the second year, we are calculated, right? We have calculated the horizontal analysis, vertical analysis, as well as trend analysis. So now I'm going to start the analysis. So first, I'm going to prepare the trend analysis, right? Trend. So in the trend, first I'm going to copy this whole data. If you are going to calculate the trend, in the paper, it should be mentioned a base year. Without a base year, you can't prepare a trend analysis. Trend analysis also a horizontal analysis method, but here there should be a base year. So the base year is most of the time the previous time period or the earliest time period. So I'm going to copy the whole data. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to rename it as the same company. Here, trend analysis. Of income statement. Right? So you can see I have mentioned a different name, trend analysis. Now, here I have mentioned you what is the base we are going to use. So here we have to use the earliest time period, which is 2010. So compared to 2010, we have to identify the difference. Therefore, 2010 figure should be divided by 2010 figure itself. Right? So then I'm going to fix the cells. So then I can drag it down. But the thing is that since we are going to differentiate the periods, I'm going to use the P value itself and I'm going to drag it down. So when I divided 2010 figure with 2010 figure itself, you can see the result as 1. So now I'm going to put it into a percentage form. Then you can see 100 out of 100. Normally in the base year, the percentage should be 100. Why? We are going to divide the value with the same value itself. So let's see the general expenses. So general expenses figure in 2010 is divided by the general expenses figure in 2010 itself. That's why it's 100. Right? Now let's calculate 2011 figure. So 2011 figure we are going to take and we are going to divide it by 2010 or the base year to identify the change in the 2011 compared to 2010. Right? So then I'm going to drag it down. So now I'm going to do it in a earliest way and a convenient way. Right? So you know that. Right? I am going to take this figure, then I have to divide it with this figure in 2010. So this is fixed. So now, since this column is fixed, I am only going to fix this particular column value. Then I'm going to put it Then I'm going to drag it up to 2012. Wait, something happened with regard to my formula. So I have to fix this particular column only, that is G7. So if I put the dollar sign, it will fix both values. Therefore, I'm just going to fix the column, that is G column. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag it up to 2012. So let's see 2014 figure. So 2014 sales is divided by the base value in 2010. Then 2013 figure come up with 2013 net sales figure divided by 2010. Then 2012 figure is 2012 figure divided by 2010. Now I'm going to drag it down. So when I'm going to take the final figure, you can see the net income divided by 2010, which is the base year figure. Then net income of 2014 divided by 2010 figure. Likewise, we are going to calculate. Right? Then make a trend analysis. So in the trend analysis, what we are going to do, we are going to take the base year. Trend analysis එකේ අපි කරන්නේ මොකද්ද base year එකක් ගන්නවා. Base year එකට සාපේක්ෂව කොහොමද 2015? ඒ කියන්නේ 2010ට සාපේක්ෂව 2015 කොහොමද? 2010ට සාපේක්ෂව 2014 කොහොමද? ඕක තමයි අපි බලන්නේ. එතකොට මේ base year එක හැමතිස්සෙම fix. ඒකයි base year එකේ value එක base year එකෙන් බෙදුවම 100%ක් එන්නේ. එතකොට මේකේ අපි දන්නවා මෙන්න මේ සම්පූර්ණ හරිද කොලම් එක ෆික්ස් වෙනවා. හැබැයි මේ values විතරයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. ඒකේ කොලම් එක ෆික්ස් වෙන නිසා මම G කියන එක ඉස්සරහටින් ෆික්ස් කරන්න ඩොලර් සයින් එක දැම්මා. එතකොට මේක ඇබ්සලූට් ෆිගර් එකක් වෙනවා. ඇබ්සලූට් වෙනවා G කියන කොලම් එක ෆික්ස් වෙනවා. එතකොට ඒකට සාපේක්ෂව තමයි බෙදාගෙන එන්නේ. දැන් මේකේ මොකද්ද කියන්නේ කියලා බලන්න. මේකේ බලන්න 2011 ඉඳලා බලද්දී ඕගොල්ලන්ට පේනවා මොකද්ද? 2013 වෙනකන් සේල්ස් වැඩි වෙලා පාරටම ඩබල් වෙලා තියෙනවා 2014. හරිද? හැබැයි ආපහු අඩු වෙලා තියෙනවා 2015. එතකොට සමහර විට මේක වෙන්න පුළුවන් ආයතනයක් ගත්තම මේ ආයතනේ 2014 ඉකොනොමි බූම් එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. එක්ක අපි අලුත් ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එකක් මාකට් එකට දාලා තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ දාපු එක නිසා මිනිස්සු වැඩිපුර අපේ බඩු අරගෙන තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. කොට මේ sales figure එක ගැන අපිට එහෙම focus කරන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් අපි cost of sales එමු. cost of sales ගත්තම cost of sales බලාගෙන යනකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පේනවා 2013 වෙනකන් gradually වර්ධනය වෙලා හිමීට වර්ධනය වෙලා 2014 එක පාට වැඩි වෙලා තියෙනවා. වැඩි වෙලා ආපහු 2015 අර විදියට යථා තත්ත්වයටපත් වෙලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට cost of sales වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන් මොකද්ද අපේ production එක වැඩි වුණොත්. දැන් sales උත් වැඩි වෙලානේ. sales වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන් අපේ production එක වැඩි වුණොත් විතරයි. එහෙනම් අපේ production එකේ cost එක වැඩි වෙච්ච නිසා තමයි මේ 2014 cost of sales වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැත්තේ. ඒක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේ විදිහට focus කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරිද? දැන් මේක තව clear sign එකක් තියෙනවා. බලන්න selling expenses. selling expenses උත් පෙන්නන්නේ අර sales වල pattern එකමයි. 2010 ඉඳලා 2013 වෙනකන් gradually අඩු වෙවි වැඩි වෙවි ගිහිල්ලා 2014 වැඩි වෙලා තියෙනවා. එහෙනම් sales වැඩි වෙච්ච නිසා sales commissions වැඩි වෙච්ච නිසා sales වලට අදාළව expenses advertising වැඩි වෙච්ච නිසා selling expenses වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන් මෙන්න මේ 2014 සාපේක්ෂව මේ අවුරුදු වලට වඩා. දැන් ඔන්න general expenses එනවා. general expenses එද්දී ඒක හැබැයි වෙනස් pattern එකක් ගන්න. general expenses වල බලන්න මුල් ටිකේ වැඩි වෙලා ආයෙ මැදින් අඩු වෙලා ආයෙ වැඩි වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒක general expenses වැඩි වෙන්නේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපේ තියෙන administrative expenses වැඩි වුණාම. එතකොට අපි වැඩිපුර සේවකයා අරගෙන තියෙනවා නම් එයාලට පඩි ගෙවන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකෙහිඳ තමයි මෙන්න මෙතන 66ට තියෙන එක වැඩි වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. අලුතෙන් වත්කම් අරගෙන තියෙනවා නම් depreciation වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක නිසා මෙතනින් ගත්ත වත්කම් වලට මේ අවුරුදු වල depreciation එක වැඩි වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේ හේතු වෙන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් operating income එක ගත්තට පස්සේ operating income එක gradually අඩු වැඩි වෙවි යනවා. හැබැයි මේ අවුරුද්දේ operating income එක සාපේක්ෂව අඩුයි. එතකොට මේ අවුරුදු වල සාපේක්ෂව අඩු වෙලා තියෙන්නේ අපිට වත්කම විකුණලා loss එකක් එන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ loss එකකින්ද operating income අඩු වෙන්න පුළුවන්. හරිද? ඒ විදියට ඕගොල්ලන්ට predict කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ trend analysis එකක් බලලා. දැන් මම එනවා ඊළඟ analysis එකට. ඕගොල්ලන්ට income statement එක විතරක් ඇද්ද අනිත් එකත් ඕනද trend analysis එකේ? calculation එක විතරක් කරාම ඇති නේද? explain කරන්න ඕනේ නෑ නේද? වෙලාව මදි වෙනව නැත්නම්. රාශ්මී.
Oh, madam.